Welcome back, Madcap Toys fans. You are back in the toy barn. I hope you're doing fantastic and you're having a great mid-sales week. But you know what's coming. But before we begin, if you haven't already, what are you doing? Subscribe to the Madcap Toys family. We want you to be a part of us. And also, make sure you hit the bell so you get all of the notifications, because each and every time we upload content, of course, you're going to be the first to know. And comments, you know we love them, so just keep them coming. It's been a week so far. Up and down on the sales roller coaster, as many have said to me back and forth in the reseller groups, and thank you guys for your wonderful input. Some people are doing great, some people not so great. Some people said it's just you know, up and down, up and down. For us, you know, we're still making sales, but not what we're looking for. And we're going to talk about what you came to the video for in just a second. But yeah, so just kind of coming in here midday, middle of the day, because I have on Tuesday an insurance trip that you guys already know about, that I talked about on Monday, that I'm going to have to attend. I will be gone all morning, all day, all night. And so thank goodness Daren and I kind of got everything that we needed to ship out on Monday and Tuesday already out. So any new sales coming in, at least so far, they're not due until Wednesday. So once I get back that day and during the day, I'll be able to get those packed, stacked, and ready to be shipped for Wednesday AM. So doing pretty good. But yeah, that's the, let's just get the rant out, shall we? It's been pretty rough. A lot of the ups and downs, and Daren and I have been discussing it back and forth. It just can kind of make your day hard a little bit when it comes to trying to figure out, and really I guess the whole thing is not trying to figure out what eBay is doing, but just going with it. But sometimes that's hard to do, right? Sometimes it's hard to just like brush off the dust and you know, just continue on moving forward. It's just some days it just feels like it's harder than it should be. With the main Madcap Toys site, it just seems like that it's not doing much better than the Madcap Toys Plus site that only has with quantity listing about 3,700 items. Now, the regular Madcap Toys site has listed over 14,000 items. But dollar per dollar, right now, as of this recording, Madcap Toys Plus is only $200 less in sales for the month than the big guy, than the regular Madcap Toys. It is 8 items more than Madcap Toys, the big site. So it's like, how can this be? You know, folks will say, well, have you listed? Yes, he lists every single day, and I help him with the regular Madcap Toys site when I can, when I'm not doing the other site. Does he end and sell similar? Yes, we do. On a regular basis, I make sure that if it needs to be end and sell similar, to do that. Does he promote? Yes, he has a system where he promotes a certain percentage on certain items and on certain days. He has this kind of formula and been sticking with it. On me, on Madcap Toys Plus, I do all of that and the above. I try to list every day, every single day. Now, Tuesday may be an odd one out because of the fact I'm going to be gone, but list every single day, including weekend days. I also do end and sell similar. And I also do a little bit of promoting, but not like Daren. Daren does a lot more promoted listings than I do. I have a small portion when I first started last June with the site that I did about between 2 to 2.5% on those items. And I would say out of all of the items I got on so far, probably 500 of them are promoted, the rest aren't. And I'm still doing, you know, not quite, but almost as good as he is with, you know, the 14,000. Some days I'm kicking it, some days he's kicking it, some days I'm, you know, reaping better, and vice versa, back and forth. So there's no understanding or reasoning why the big store is just not getting the attention. And I've looked and talked to other folks and saying, hey, are you feeling the same way? If you have a couple stores, is your older one doing worse than your newer one? Some people are telling me yes, their newer one is doing better than the older one, and they don't understand it. They do the same things they do with the older one than with the newer one. all I can chalk it up to saying is I'm assuming that eBay has a spotlight on the newer store. But like Daren said, for how long? Will it be forever? Will it be for the first few years and then it's going to stink and they're going to want you to do a third store, which we're not going to plan to do? Is the old store dead? Is it dead and is there no reviving? Is there a secret to it that you can revive it and make it better? With Mercari, again, we've talked about it a lot. We've been doing the refresh, the relist, and it has improved. It's not done a whole big whoo, like if it was all put together brand new and just every day just hustle, but it has created and reaped more sales than before we did the refresh, because by the time we started to do the refresh or began to do the refresh, it was a dead store with over 8,000 items. And I know a lot of people say, well, yeah, as soon as you list an item on Mercari, the time is ticking. It's going tick, 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 tick. And then on the search results, it starts to pull back. Well, if it's been on there since 2019, it's going to be pretty old, and you have to take those listings and refresh them. Well, when you have close to 8,000 items on Mercari, that's a lot of time and a lot of work that you've got to do to refresh. So they don't have a system like eBay where you see 15 or 20 falling off and you can do the end and sell similar at certain hours and get a new item number, etc. You have to inactivate those listings, and then you use their, there's a Google Chrome out there. I've said it a bunch. It's called the product relister for Mercari, and then use that to add and make a new listing and have it on there. So there's different ways and different things. So the whole thing is trying to figure out how to renew and refresh the old store without closing it down. Let us know in the comments below what your thoughts are. We don't want to close it down because we've been there. We built the feedback. We built the people. We built the followers. We built the time. It's got coupons. It's got discounts. It's got everything that we've done, and for fresh listings and stuff like that. We've even redone titles and descriptions and even pictures. So we don't know if something's missing here or what, but that's what we want to know, is how to gain the momentum back on our older store while our new store is growing. So let me know if you've got some thoughts in the comments. We would love to hear from you. All right, we're good. Enough of that rant, right? I've had a day to where I've had some issues and it's just a little bit, not bad, but just ones where you had to sit down, relax, meditate, and have a come to Jesus moment with yourself, saying, life isn't over. You can do this. You can move ahead with it strong. Get to the next item, get to the next thing, and soon you'll look past it and move ahead. So that's what I had to do today with everything. But I think it feels like everything is a hidden secret on success sometimes, and it shouldn't have to be, and things shouldn't have to be this hard. And I think it's just, you want to see the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow sometimes, more often than not. That's just my opinion there. All right, we're going to get to it. Happy face, happy smile. We're going to get onward to 11 items that Daren sold on the regular Madcap Toys. And actually, it was quite a plethora of items, to say the least. So a rounded about thing. So we're going to get started again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 there. And this would catch Madcap Toys up for the half minute. A few of these items, I think 1, 2, 3 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them actually got shipped out this AM. So this will catch us up there. So number 1, let's get started. From Mega Construct Masters of the Universe, Wind Raider Attack. I believe I had a couple of these at one time, and this was the last one that went out. Already got positive feedback. Just shipped it out not even 5 days ago, and it's already arrived with great feedback. Very good. And this was 198 pieces and was on Lego Shelf 3, and this one sold for $19.98 plus shipping to boot. Love it that we're just pushing through some toy items and things are doing well. Again, Daren and I say it, we still got to do it, but we would like to refresh our shelves, get them wiped down, get these reorganized a little bit better, and fill in some spots while we can, just to make sure that we have room for more incoming things when we do source in the near future. And next up, this one was a little bit cracked, but that's how we got it. Yep, from a yard sale lot, we received this one amongst a bunch of others. This is a good old Miley when she was blonde at the time. 2015 CD Miley Cyrus Bangers Tour. And this was, of course, found in the media area here. And for the fact they got a little bit of a discount, but most importantly, too, it had quite a few split cracks, if you can see the front of it. So we didn't want to have it go for a premium price because, yeah, the CD case was junk. And it was a bigger CD case than the normal CDs. So we wanted to do it for a decent price. And this one sold for $4.98 plus ship. All right, I love this shirt. I am a neon, 90s neon person. I loved when the tie-dyes kind of came back in the early 90s, in 91 when I was in high school. And it seems like they've come back pretty good. This is from Disney. Disney Girls Lilo and Stitch Heartbreaker tie-dye t-shirt, extra, extra large. Love these. These were sealed in plastic from a Target pallet. I should have about 3 of these left, and then they're gone totally. But this cute little shirt sold for $12.99 plus ship. Gotta love that for sure. I know I think 3 of my granddaughters love Lilo and Stitch. They have the plushes, they have the clothing, they have the whole thing. They just love them. And next up, from our vinyl record buy, it's a 45 RPM record. Columbia Records, Hand Jive Workout, See About Me, Don Covey, and The Good Times, found on the media shelf. And this one sold for $10 plus ship. And I do like the fact it had the original, the cover, the original not cardboard, but I'll get it right today. Not plastic, but regular paper sleeve. There we go. The regular paper sleeve on that. It was really, really cool. I like to see that vintage along with the records. So it was really, really good. And I think, yeah, that one was delivered today. So hopefully they're playing it and enjoying it right now. And next up, this was in the shed near our one space that we've been cleaning out. And yes, between yard sales and selling some of this stuff, we're making some room over there, you know, by the Lego shelf and the DCM shelf. So we're loving that, getting it off the floors and onto shelves. This was cute. Got this from a Target pallet from Country Trading Company. Make your own blue cheese, gourmet blue cheese making kit. It was brand new, came from a Target pallet. And this one sold for, we did really good. They asked for an offer. We did it because, again, we didn't pay very much for it. This one sold for $16 plus ship. And more media. Next up, from 2006 Sony Pictures DVD unrated extended cut Basic Instinct 2 was found in the media area. And this one was only a penny off of what we listed it for. This one sold for $6.98 plus ship. Very good. And it was in very good condition. Daren didn't even have to clean it in a CD cleaner. It was really, really nice. It's nice when you can just stick something into a package and envelope and not have to worry about getting it clean. It's fun. I love that. And next up, from the card desk, we've had these for a while, 1993 Topps Nickelodeon Ren and Stimpy 7-card puzzle set. So when you put all 7 cards together, it makes a Ren and Stimpy picture. And this card set sold for $4.07 plus ship. Really, really nice. Slight offer there. And next up, this is just been shipped out, I think about a day or so ago. This is the 2003 1-ounce Silver American Eagle Gem BU, and we sold 5 of them. So Daren would say this is a sellout. So that's awesome. And I sent it in a regular coin tube, and like a bullion tube, and then put tape over the top of it so it wouldn't shake. Also taped it to the bottom of a 6x5x5 box. So I was showing Daren, I said this won't shake, and I also put some bubble stuff on top of it too. That way it would be protected. But with all 5 gone, this is a good one. It sold for, with shipping, $249.40. Really, really nice. Love those sellout buys, especially like when you seen on Monday when I sold all those soccer ball bowls. Loved it. And next up, this was from a retail arbitrage a while back. Love this little one here. Was found on Transformers one shelf way up top back there. 2016 Mattel Matchbox Color Changers Hydro Car Wash. And this cute little vehicle sold for $19.98 plus ship. Loved it. It fit in a 16 by 8 by 12 very nicely after I bubble wrapped it. So was really happy that was an easy pack. And again, from one of our Target pallets, we've been selling these like crazy. So don't underestimate. If you get from pallets, you get these wet brushes. They do sell. I've sold quite a few. I may have maybe 1 or 2 left in different colors, but this blue one particularly is a sellout. Wet brush, original detangler, hairbrush, tie-dye, blue. One we had in the Nutcracker tote. This other one we actually, when we first started doing pallets, we were starting to put them on shelves, and it was way back there on the Kathy shelf, and found that yesterday. And this brush sold for $6.99 plus ship. Very nice. Got my money back plus 200% markup there. And lastly, at the very, very end, we sold a pair of shoes. And these are nice, lovely plastic-like sandals, but great to wear on the beach or wherever you go, where it's tropical, or maybe even on the street. From Shade and Shore, women's Nida Eva 2 band slide sandals, white size 5, and they're washable, of course, because they're plastic. And these pair of shoes were encased in a plastic bag, never used, never worn, straight from Target stock, that they didn't even put them on the shelves or hang them up. And this pair sold for $11.95 plus shipping to boot. Very, very awesome. And I believe those sandals went out today along with some other stuff. So again, so sorry for the rant today. Sometimes you just got to kind of let things out, right? When things aggravate you and you can't figure out the why, when it comes to why something is happening to where your bigger store is not outperforming the larger store, when you're doing everything you're doing for the bigger store, just like you're doing with the littler store, and it's got 5 times as much listings in it than the smaller store. So you just kind of wonder what it is, what's holding it back, what's going on, and moving from there. You would think eBay would want more money out of those more items. I don't know. Can we point the fingers at them? I'm not sure. I would love to know the answer. If I could just pull the veil and see what the answer is, life would be a whole lot better. But what do you do at this point? You just keep doing what you know and what you can control. You continue to list, you continue to refresh, you continue to move, change the titles, the descriptions, all of those things that you need to do. Maybe even take better pictures of it, whatever it takes to get things to work, and even sometimes lower the price if need be, if it's been on the shelf way too long. So that's what we're going to continue to do and move forward from there. And maybe also too, there may be a chance as to where here and there we take that same item, refresh it, and put it in the new store to see where it goes. We had been doing that over this last year. Actually, next month, the new store will be actually here for a whole year. It has already been 12 months, so maybe it's time to take an item here and there and move it over there to see if it can sell. And to be honest with you, when we started doing that a little bit, it started to move some things. So you just never know. You never know. Well, guys, I don't have much else to say. I'm going to get this video edited. I'm going to get some stuff done in the house because I have to get up early in the morning again for an event, and just get things all ready and clear things up. But you guys have been super fantastic, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.